Hi, today I'm going to be doing a video about bridal magazines. I'm sure you're aware there's a lot out there and I'm just beginning to get a sense of what they offer and how they differ. And today I wanted to do sort of a mini review really on three that I've picked up. So the first magazine I'm going to tell you about is called Wedding Ideas. This is the latest issue, this is December's issue. And I got this at London Heathrow Airport at W.H. Smith's. Yeah, I got it literally like when I arrived back in the UK. I was so excited that we got engaged, and I knew we had this really long, horrible tube journey home, and it was going to be during rush hour. So I thought, well, if I can get a seat, then I can just sit down and sort of immerse myself in this. This is the cheapest at £3.20. Some of the things that I particularly liked about it were the colour-coded sections. They've got regular features that they cover, fashion, real weddings, tips that they would give you about, what they would do differently or what really worked for them. Planning, detailed jewellery, stationery, flowers that are in season at that time, and also ideas for cakes and desserts. Themes. This is really interesting actually, and the themes are divided by colours as well as anything from vintage, kitsch, Hollywood, that kind of thing. And then at the back they've just got like a regular section which is advertisements for stationers, florists, venues, so that's quite handy. What I really liked about it was a similar size to, I think, Glamour magazine, so really easy for your bag. I think the best thing about this magazine for me was, if anything, it helped me figure out what I don't want on my wedding day, which might sound a bit negative, but actually it's been incredibly helpful. I really didn't think I had a clear idea of what I wanted, even with colours, but very quickly you think, well, I don't want green, or I don't want blue, or I don't want yellow, or I don't want a vintage wedding, or I don't want a kitsch wedding, I don't want that kind of dress, I don't want to look like that on my day, I want my hair up, I want my hair down, I want very natural makeup, or I want very glamorous makeup. So it was really, really helpful for that. So I would say this is a really good magazine to start with. It comes out monthly, £3.20, which I think is fairly reasonable. It's quite a thick, chunky magazine, so you're getting a fair amount for your buck in there. The second magazine I'm going to show you is Brides. It's a far more chic, glossy magazine. It's pretty heavy as well. It's from the publishers of Glamour magazine and Vogue. £4.99, so basically £5, which I think is quite a lot for a magazine. Visually it's stunning, it's beautifully put together. It's the type of magazine that you would probably hold on to. It feels like Vogue, it feels like something you don't want to throw away. It's very glossy. It's high-end fashion photography, a lot of it, so it's predominantly designer dresses in here. I'll just show you some sections of this to give you an idea. I mean, most of it is, double page adverts for amazing magazines, but it's all sort of really big adverts and marketing campaigns. I would say there's a lot less than there is in this magazine. This really breaks it down and covers almost every aspect of a wedding that you would want to read up on and know more about. Brides covers in this issue, which is the November-December 2014 issue. It covers things like receptions, a do-it-yourself section, which is quite good, beauty and hair, ideas and inspiration, obviously fashion, the actual gowns, and dresses, and how did they do it, recreating famous people's weddings. Olivia Palermo, who I'm a big fan of, so I quite enjoyed that. I think this would be more of a magazine for ideas for sort of the average bride, unless you've got a really big budget. The bridal dresses in here are going to be really expensive, so nice for some ideas. I don't think it's worth the money myself. I didn't go away feeling like I was being guided through trying to organise a wedding, and I think that's what you're going to be looking for in a wedding magazine. And the third magazine which I picked up, although now I realise perhaps really isn't a magazine and it's more kind of like well, they call it a book zine, so a book magazine. And that is The Complete Guide to the Perfect Wedding. I honestly thought it was just a magazine, and that was just like the title they were using for this month's edition. So it doesn't actually say whether it's annual or monthly. I think it's an annual thing. and it is a guide. It's very much a guide, and it takes you through everything from, you know, how to have your parents and your family involved, the role of the bridesmaid, the role of the best man, your flowers, your dessert, your food, your dress, ideas for honeymoons. And also there's a great section here which is called A Word Perfect Wedding, and it's helping you craft the best speech, first dance, and sort of how to make sure that's a success and you enjoy it. And then lots of different ideas for destinations for your honeymoon, which is really helpful. Section on health, which none of the other magazines had. Eating well, exercising, drinking more water, kind of general common sense, but I think it's good to put it in there. How to curb your budget, how to manage your money, and it may be the first time that you're having to, you know, you've spent that kind of money on anything. So those are my 3 magazines, and I will be continuing to check out others as they come out. I'd be so grateful if you could post any comments below about what magazines you would recommend, any blogs, websites that you found really helpful perhaps in guiding you through organising your wedding. So those are the 3 magazines for today. I hope you found it useful. I'll definitely be buying some other magazines, you know, between now and when we get married, and I'll be sure to do some more reviews on those. Thank you for stopping by, and if you have enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button so that I know you want me to make more. Please check out my other videos today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.